Hello, another unboxing for you. I got this a couple of days ago, the Who Are You Super Deluxe Edition. It is a very hefty box, but now we're going to see what's inside of it. According to the label, it has 7 CDs, let's see what we got here. And there's supposed to be a 100-page photo book about the history of making the album. Here is the 100-page book with a mirror saying, "Who are you?" in the mirror. See what it looks like on the inside. It talks about the contents of the discs. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here, and a lot I want to tell you about as I unpack it. But yeah, it's track listings for everything that's in here, with a lot of photographs. Lyrics. Yeah, for the actual album songs, including notes from the recording sessions. Okay, so yes, that actually 8 CDs. We have the album remixed, the Glyn Johns mix, which from what I've read in the notes for it, this was the original mix that the producer did for the album, and Roger Daltrey said no, just flat no. This is a remix of the final released album. This is sessions and demos, including a song that originally was recorded without orchestration, and Glyn Johns added orchestration to it, and Pete Townshend said he didn't like the orchestration additions. So this is the original rough mix of the song, and including a bunch of other session songs. There are the famous Shepperton concerts from back when they were trying to do the Lifehouse project. No, actually, the Kids Are All Right movie. The first show, they selected a very inappropriate audience for The Who. Pete Townshend was known to have said they were a bunch of punks. So the audience reaction to this show was very negative, and consequently the performance suffered. So this is an interesting thing to have to be able to listen to find out how things sound when they don't go really well. And then of course the 78-79 Shepperton concerts that were actually used in the movie The Kids Are All Right. And this is apparently the whole shows. So you get to hear all those great performances you saw in the movie. And then there's 2 concerts from when they first hired Kenny Jones after Keith Moon died. Apparently, when Keith Moon died right after recording the album, they had scheduled a massive world tour to support the album, and then Keith Moon died, so they canceled all their tour. And then they went ahead and scheduled, after they hired Kenny Jones, they went ahead and scheduled a few concerts in America. And here are I think the first 2 they did. And of course this is this is a Blu-ray of the 3 different remixes. Had Enough, 905, Sister Disco, Music Must Change, Trick of the Light, Guitar and Pen, Love Is Coming Down, and of course the title track, Who Are You? And no, it doesn't have the vinyl records. It just has all these CDs. So it's equivalent of the album, but at least it has the album remastered. Yep. You'd like me to be a bit more vocal about my responses here. This is the Glenn Johns remix. Yeah, there's a bunch more on this disc than just the album. And this is sessions and demos. Some of the stuff, because of the way they did the writing, you can't always read it very well. And then the Shepperton concert, the one that didn't go very well. And then of course cat crying in the background. And this is the, hang on, let me go let the cat in. Where were we? We had the Shepperton 78-79 concert. Again, because of the color font, you can't always read these very well. And then well, that's part 2. This is part 1. This one you can see it better because the background is black. But yeah, they supported the album pretty well in the first couple of shows they did. Actually, I think this is parts 1 and 2 of the same concert. And of course, you already saw the Atmos. Okay, so in the book, yeah, every track has the copyright description for each track individually. You know, I always talk about how I'd like to see a remastered release of the Cow Palace concert in 1975, where Keith Moon passed out on the drum kit and they asked a member of the audience to come play drums so they could finish the show. I'd like to hear the rest of that show, the entirety of that recording. But anyway, so this is the discs that are in here. Yeah, it shows the individual discs here. But yeah, it's quite an extensive collection here. It's, in my opinion, well worth the money. But in some ways, yeah, it is still kind of a cash grab to present this big, huge box in a book that does nothing more than just say what a sleeve could say. But it does make it a more durable presentation, so I really can't fuss about it being a cash grab. Yeah, I think the book is a bit excessive, but you know, a larger presentation of some of the pictures, because they are better quality pictures. But the 8 discs are entirely worth it. I just do not doubt. The original album, the Glenn Johns mix, sessions and demos, Shepperton 77, then Shepperton again in 78, 79, the Live USA 1979 parts 1 and part 2, and then the Blu-ray audio of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 3 different remixes of several songs. Very worth it.